So, hello, gamers and geeks, and welcome to another D&D session. A TTRPG session. I've been saying the old intro so long that it's going to be difficult for me to change out of it. But yes, we are playing a homebrewed session, a homebrewed game called the Fall of Misra. We're on the 27th episode now. And those of you who've been following closely, which probably isn't many of you, because not many people watch, but we've changed things up. Instead of me trying to make games and geekery my main source of income, I am now accepting that it is a side gig, a hobby, and the Patreon reflects that it's now just a self-sustaining hobby rather than intended to be a business. So please show your support, of course. The more the merrier. Every little helps. And signing up at any level will give you access to the private server, allowing you to hang out with the other members, the other players, and join a game and get access to the homebrewed content that I create and stuff. It's fun. So yeah, check that out. There's links in the description below to both the free Games and Geekery community and the Patreon. So yeah, with that out of the way, could the players introduce their characters, please?
All right. I'm Frank Swiftwing, a Owlin with Dampier features, samurai fighter, dragon monk, and is currently trying to figure out, well, what are we going to do with Bandit? Can't just leave him like this.
Speaking of Bandit, I am the one who's currently playing the ghost of Bandit.
The dead raccoon.
The very dead raccoon. Previously a phantom rogue. Phantom rogue druid.
And now a phantom.
And now a phantom. Who happens to be a druid and a rogue.
You'll be introducing another character in this.
Yeah, I am. In this session is a new character coming.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Indeed. Who's next?
I vote Tommy.
Sure. I'm a Tommy Tauntaun. Call me Tommy. I am a Warforged Artificer.
Excellent. And last but not least, Ubdal.
I play Ubdal, the College of Creation, and a level in Cleric, Winged Tiefling, who is currently trying to understand why he feels slightly sad that the fluffy raccoon is dead.
Slightly sad. Yeah, you're processing. Yeah. You're not used to things being permanently dead after they're. Yeah. So normally we have a fifth player who plays a character called Brom Nordenson, a warlock rogue half elf, but they're doing Easter stuff. So
how dare they spend time away from the game?
How dare they spend time with their family and loved ones? How dare they?
What's wrong with them?
What sort of geek are you? But anyway.
Socially well-adjusted one.
I'm sorry?
A socially well-adjusted one.
There's no such thing.
Indeed.
Thought that'd be funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
Okay. What happened last time we played
it's not quite recap raccoon now, but after we set off from Frank's basement, where we had gotten some supplies,
For the
as
lab.
you do. We returned to the basement to grab some food.
Right.
For travels. We started off in the lab and we returned to Frank's basement to get some rations for the journey. And the party started flying north towards the mountain. To the current volcano mountain range thingamajig.
Yes.
I'm very close to my mic. Which is when, on the way, we saw a floating skull with some deadlights. And deadlights shouldn't normally be visible. We probably should have ran from the beginning.
Yeah.
But,
as soon
well.
as you saw the floaty skull, you should
Yeah.
have realised there's something was up, but...
Seeing it in the first place was probably the first red flag.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah,
Yeah,
you're alive now, so
yeah.
you shouldn't be able to see soul energy floating around, and yet here are things.
And yes, we did.
Yes.
Yeah.
But oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, so we saw the giant floating skull with the.
Tommy said was not fine. You died.
Okay. That's fine. Characters are meant to die. Characters are built to die. It's like rules.
Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, we saw it. We probably should have run. We didn't.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to fight it. But it did a fancy roar, which basically knocked everyone who heard it down.
Yes.
And then the
I believe you're
the deadlights.
You're the only one that failed it epically, I believe.
Yes, I did fail it quite bad.
So yeah, left.
And
left
then
Bandit. Yeah.
And then
Bandit
the
dead.
oh, sorry, you go.
Left Bandit dead and Frank.
He's not dead yet.
Not dead
Numbers.
yet.
Wiggly's on death's door, and Frank with some of his vitality ripped out.
Damn those damn deadlights.
Yes. Which,
Yes.
by the way, for those who know what D&D monsters are, they were the little lights that were floating around were actually the will-o-wisps, and the floating skull was a demilich. So, yeah.
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 So not fun.
No, yeah, it's a cool combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, this combat led to the first PC like proper death. Rip the raccoon, and then a bit of general roleplay. What are we gonna do with the body? Oh no! Oh, he's actually dead this time. And then Bandit's ghost came back just to be present. And then there's just general roleplay, bit of more roleplay saying, "Oh yeah, what are you gonna do now? You're a float. You're a ghost. What do?" And then it got pinned early.
Yes, because we were tired and one of us wasn't feeling particularly well.
And one of us was a ghost.
And one of us,
And was actively creating a new character.
Yes, it was good timing, really, because you needed time to make the character, which you now have.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
yeah. But yeah, we're picking back up right after you've the battle has ended. You've the skull has turned to dust, and the deadlight that the wisps are nothing but husks. You also noticed during the fight that your sunstones seemed to banish the darkness from the ground itself, even turning the volcanic ash into yellow sand, which is cool.
Oh.
But yeah, now so yeah, the combat's over. You're catching your breath. Bandit is dead, but his shade is still haunting you. What do you want to do?
So, how do we want to handle this, Bandit? Because I don't think you have long before whatever's holding you here isn't gonna last.
Yes, well, that's a later issue. We can cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm just gonna travel here as long as possible. It's entertaining, if nothing.
All right. At least we thought to, deal with, well, what was left.
Yeah, it's true. I think it would be quite funny if you just kept the skull.
Yeah. Thankfully, one of us managed to get the skull off.
Oh, yes.
Before your body just turned around and killed one of us.
Yes, true. That damn zombie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you may have the skull. I just think it's quite funny to keep.
Yeah.
Tommy and Ubdal, any opinions?
I'm gonna take Bandit Sunstone.
You're gonna take Bandit Sunstone. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a good thing.
Can you get that sword as well?
I got it.
Yeah, right. You do have a sun sword.
Yeah, he has a sun sword, a sun blade.
Yeah, Frank, picks up the hilt.
Give it to Ubdal.
I imagine Tommy installing the sunstones in his breastplate like a pair of headlights. But
That
anyway,
would line up with a mechanical creature. Yeah.
but yes.
Updal, you any good with a long sword?
I think so, yeah.
Scott's, holds up the hilt. You're gonna need this.
Okay.
Should give you a better chance against the undead.
He hands you a sword hilt. Just a hilt. There's no visible blade at all.
Where's the pointy bit?
You're gonna have to basically bond with the magic first. The blade is basically made of energy.
Okay.
Took me a while to figure out as well.
Hold on to the sun sword as we're walking, I guess.
Yeah. But are you just going to leave Bandit's body where it is?
What would... I'm not sure Ubdal would know what to do with the body, because I doubt he's ever had to do anything with one before.
Well, normally with the dead, you would bury it. Basically, give it a funeral.
Brom would point out if you leave it here, the ghouls will eat it.
Yeah. And out of anything, I think that would be rather disrespectful to, well, the amount of shit he got in life.
But
does Bandit care that the ghouls rip the body apart?
You could keep an arm as bait. If you ever get surrounded by him, just throw an arm.
So, in short, you don't give a shit what we do with the body.
Well, it would be nice if it wasn't ravaged, but I'm not that fussed, really. Given the situation, there aren't many options.
Yeah.
Unless you wish to burn it, which is a very good choice as well.
At least he won't come back.
Mm.
You won't have to deal with a headless zombie bandit later down the road.
Yes, then it won't come to bite you. Then that headless body won't come back to bite you in the ass later.
It won't. It won't be able to bite you in the ass if it's got no head. Punch it, bro.
Okay.
This is true.
I guess we're leaving your body behind. Is this what you always feel like? Feel like when you're talking with the dead?
Brom starts hacking off a foot.
This feels weird for... Sorry.
And then the tail.
Is it at least like solid blows rather than multiple blows?
Yeah, he's using a dagger to.
Yeah.
Good technique.
What do you mean, Updal?
Now, out of character, this feels weird for me to say, but probably wouldn't be too weird for my character. But weren't like things reused and recycled?
Oh, that's recycled. Fair enough.
And Ubdal would probably be quite used to doing something like that, so...
Well, yeah, but when they were recycled before, it was usually returning the material components of what you had created back into the magic you had made it from to make it into something else.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering...
You can't deconstruct this. Sorry?
I'm just wondering if Ubdal would try and reinterpret it somehow.
Yeah, I mean... Absolutely, why not?
If you truly wish to, you can absorb what's left into that lycocyte. Because Ubdal still has that lycocyte on, don't they?
Yeah, Ubdal does.
Yeah.
Do I have your permission to do that? It is your body.
Like I'm not doing anything with it.
Should we really be interacting with the lycocyte at this point?
I've still got mine, and Ubdal goes over and touches it. After Brom's done his thing.
After he takes the tail and starts just petting it and saying, it's floofy. He hangs the foot from his belt, but he's holding the tail and petting it.
I get a little disturbed.
As you bring the lygocyte to the dead body, it doesn't behave the way you expect it to behave. There's no energy in the corpse to absorb. Instead, dark tendrils reach out from the lycocyte, and the body once again begins to twitch.
Oh god. Yeah, Frank. Yeah, Frank's ignite. Frank's bring up the aura. So, okay, lycocyte's doing something funny.
Ubdal stands up and moves away, because he's still got the lycocyte on the collar around his neck.
I want you to make a strength save.
Ooh, okay. Strength is a -1. $13.
Not quite good enough. The you see that the lygocyte basically has decided it's staying put. It's whatever's coming through wants to come through. The tendrils thicken, and the body begins to grow. You see muscles bulge and split, bones crack and distort. The entire corpse mutates.
O'Dowd, do I have permission? Do I have permission of moving a character to try and help you, get the fuck away from the Lygocyte?
Pull my tail away.
On it. I grab O'Dowd and attempt to yank him away from the Lygocyte.
Do a strength. Do an athletics check with advantage.
Got it. And he goes, oh, no, you fucking don't.
Go for it. All right. So you pull Ubdal away, breaking their grip on the Lycocyte. Despite not having a head, the muscle, the writhing and bubbling mess of muscle and bone that is forming out of pure necrotic energy forms a head that looks like a twisted deer skull with horrific antler-like growths coming from its head, and it says,
I'm gonna name you Hula.
God dang it.
It's ugly, that's what it is. Kill it before it can fully sort out.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Would you like to roll initiative?
Yep. I'm sorry, but something like that would certainly give a "what the fuck is that thing" type of response.
Absolutely.
And that's how Hula was made.
That's how Hula came into this world, yes.
That's how Huel was made.
That's the first Wendigo.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to roll for Brom also. If a certain valiant traveller happens to notice this horror and make an appearance, by all means have them roll initiative too.
Ooh, hell yeah. I need to get the sheet transferred over to this one, because I'm not using both. Yeah, give me a second.
Well, I'll let you bring the sheet up.
Yes.
In the meantime, you can roll a d20 plus 3.
Thank you.
Okay. So, we have Obdal first by the looks of it. With
Yep.
20.
Yep.
Followed by Brom on 13. Tommy on 11. Frank on 10. Hula on 8. And the new unnamed the hero that will appear on 6,
Shortly.
which is appropriate that they show up.
Yeah, the new one named is that's a different character. Unnamed is a different character.
I know Unnamed Turtle is a different
Yes.
character, but you
Yes,
have not
I'd be
revealed the name of this new character yet. Anyway, Ubdal.
being annoying.
So after casually saying, "I think I'll call you Hula," to this horrible abomination of necrotic flesh and bone, what do you do?
See how it reacts to the special sun sword.
Okay. Well, you haven't attuned to it yet.
No, I haven't. Okay.
So you're just going to hold out the hilt and go, ah! You can basically hold out a T-shaped object to this undead thing and hope it works.
I could have pulled out a sunstone.
Yeah, but I like the imagery of you basically holding up a holy symbol and it not working.
This fight's gonna go so bad. Wendigo is like the strongest monster you've created next to Scrubby.
Yeah, but I'm using... That's a centuries old Wendigo that you've faced before in other campaigns. This one's brand new. He baby. He doesn't have...
Baby when it's pissed.
He doesn't have levels of shit added onto it.
As Ubdal goes, yeah, he's gonna go, he's as big as a giant.
Well, he's large. He's as big as a horse, maybe. But, Brom would go next. And Brom, unless you've got a bonus action you want to do up, down, or a movement.
Inspire the, let's inspire Tommy. Hello?
Yes. Okay, so you put Bardic Inspiration on Tommy. Awesome.
Yeah. Just getting the thing. I'll send it to Tommy so he knows what the inspirations can do.
Okay. Brom is going to summon his Shadow Blade. Which is a bonus action. And then while holding the Shadow Blade, because he doesn't want to get closer if he doesn't have to, he's gonna Eldritch Blast. Two, 10 plus 6. 13 points of damage, and it gets knocked back 20 feet. Tommy! Tommy Tom Tom. Ravenbird?
I was bringing up a spell. Can I get a con save?
Forgot to put the con save against force damage. Okay. Does it have? No. Ooh, that's a fail.
Yep.
So go ahead and do 6d6 force damage. 22.
22 points of force damage, and he is pushed back 15 feet.
So he's 35 feet away from where he first appeared.
Yep.
That's...
And I'll back up a little bit.
Okay.
And I'll use my bonus action to activate my sun guitar,
Nice.
just in case I want to punch him.
Just in case you want to punch him.
Yep.
Okay. And Freck.
Yep.
Do you also
Let's
have...
see.
Do you have any knockback shenanigans in your arsenal, or are you just gonna hit him?
Let's see here. Out of anything here, taking the lead of Tommy, I'm gonna go ahead and do a. Let's see here, 30-foot line, so he would be at the tail end. If I step 10 feet closer, I can hit him with the 30-foot line. That's 5 feet wide.
Okay. A line of what?
Radiant energy.
Okay. You're doing a...
I'm doing my breath weapon attack. And because of previous shenanigans from a level up while dead, you said I exhausted my sunblade,
Okay.
essentially allowing me access to radiant energy.
Breath weapon attack.
Was an option.
Remind me when you got a breath weapon attack?
It's part of the level 3 abilities.
Oh, it's a monk thing. Okay. Yeah.
It's a monk ability.
Okay.
I can
So-
fire a
Okay.
binary.
So does Hewler need to make a dex save or a con save, or which is it?
Give me a moment. It's in Treasure Track.
Okay, so you don't have it written on your sheet. Gotcha.
I got it written on my sheet. It's not the part that explains every single part of it. You need to make a dex save against my key save, and
Dex save.
Yep.
Okay. Dexterity. Well, it's this, this lump of flesh and bone isn't really very dexterous, so it'll be funny if this beats his, if it's higher than his con save was, though. Nope, it's exactly the same, a 9. How much
actually,
damage?
I could do this twice.
All right. So you want me to make another save?
Let's see if I can deal a shit ton of damage.
Yep, that's a fail too. How much damage do you do altogether from your 2 fooshes of radiant energy? Just 2 beams of light coming out of your beak, one after the other.
I can. That's 4d6, 2d6 of each one.
Okay, go for it.
It's 2 rolls of my martial die.
Go for it.
Oh.
15 points of radiant damage. Nice.
Any
Second blast.
any
Max
other
damage.
effects of being exposed to radiant energy?
He doesn't seem to be. Yeah, you can't tell. Basically, you can't tell. He is going to. Flood your mind with images of pain and torture, and he's going to move 30 feet back towards the party, And you can feel the air around him darken as if light itself is being pulled into him. Could you all, or at least, wait a minute, let's see, how far did it get moved altogether? 20, 55. So, yeah. I think Tommy would be out of this because he moved back. But everyone else, Obdal, Frank, Brom, will need to make a con save.
So dead.
Thank God I got +7 in this, but work with me. 13. That doesn't feel like a good number.
You're not superstitious, are you? Oh, wow.
I stole his luck.
Obdal got a nat 20. So
Would adding Flash of Genius helps Frank score?
how many points you have in Flash of Genius? How many
It
points?
adds +4.
That's +4, which brings it to a 17, which unfortunately is still one below the DC of 18.
Damn it.
I keep it for someone else.
So, Frank, unless you still have resistance, would take 49 points of necrotic damage.
Fuck.
Brom and Obdal each take 24.
Yeah, basically, you see Frank basically, somebody basically pukes up, basically black sludge. Like, oh, fuck! What the hell is it? Oh.
What's his... Okay, he's not close enough to anybody to actually make his claw attacks. Because he got knocked back. And Patty Pat.
May I get a Constitution saving throw?
Plus 22.
That is a pass.
Yay!
So, creature succeeds. Oh, creature succeeds on. Okay. Oh yeah, never mind. That's it. They take no damage. However, what you see is just.
Yeah, go on.
I cast Sickening Radiance.
That does necrotic damage, doesn't it?
That does. I don't think it's necrotic. It's radiant.
Oh.
Sickening Radiance. One might have a guess. It's from Xanathar. Yeah, but what you see is this kind of like. I love D&D. What you see is this dark. It's like dim, bright light. That just floods like the area beneath it and just catches it on the outside of the corner.
Dim greenish light spreads within a 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. The light spreads around corners, lasts until the spell ends. When a creature moves into the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, that creature must succeed on a con save or take 4d10 radiant damage and suffers 1 level of exhaustion and emits a dim greenish light.
So there, technically.
Yeah, it failed. It passed the save, so it didn't take any damage or have any.
Yeah,
effects.
but when it starts its turn, there it has to make the save again.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, it does.
it does.
So,
Which is very cool.
And you can cast that from 120 feet away. So, Obdal,
I'd be about 100 feet.
would you be looking around for the source of that spell, or would you just count your lucky stars and focus on attacking this thing?
I think I'm too in shock to really pay attention to the sickening radiance.
Frank probably would look in the direction because.
Yep, it's not your turn yet, Frank.
Sorry.
It's okay. Obdal, what you doing?
Okay, now I know that sword is a no-no.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay. And then step within 15 feet of the thing?
I thought I already was.
Yeah, okay. So he needs to make a wisdom save.
Although I don't know how far back Frank pulled me, so...
Yeah, it was less than 20 feet, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
He's got a 0 for wisdom. 15?
And my spell save DC is 16.
Yeah, so he fails. However, you also need to make a con save.
Oh, yes. Oh, no!
Ow!
So, Obdal, if you could roll the damage done to Hula with your Spirit Guardians. And Paddypack, could you roll the Sickening Radiance damage done to Obdal?
Oh!
Oh no!
It's fine, I understand. You don't know Updal's an ally.
It's a zone area.
Yeah, it's an area of effect.
Yeah, did you it was said to like where the like the when the thing is like
I realized
yeah.
you would have placed it behind the thing.
Yeah.
But I still think in order for Obdal to have maximized the effect of Spirit Guardians that they would be stepping into the Sickening Radiance, especially since they said they would be paying attention to the Sickening Radiance.
Yeah,
So,
they probably wouldn't have.
That's 19. And 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
19 damage and a level of exhaustion. So Ubdal suddenly feels very tired.
Very, yeah, like you have disadvantage on skill checks, basically.
Yep.
And then, a tad insult to injury, Ubdal, could you now make a Constitution saving throw to see if you can maintain concentration on your Spirit Guardians?
Okay.
After taking that 19 points of damage.
9, I think
You
so.
lose your Spirit Guardians.
That's fine. There's a reason I cast it at 3rd level on the first one.
Yeah.
Because I knew I'd lose concentration, and I was going to use that to justify upcasting it next time.
Fair enough.
So Ubdal's gonna go, oh, I don't feel so good.
Mhm. Okay. So he's still going to go. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
2d10 plus 6. 20 more points of force damage. And once
Wait, isn't it
again-
supposed to be 3 bolts?
Is it 3?
What level is he?
Oh, okay. So the rest, yeah, he hasn't updated the. Well, you guys are level 9, right? No, you're not level 9. He just hasn't updated.
Level 13.
Right. So yes, it should be 3. He hasn't updated the numbers at the top of his sheet.
So it's an additional 20 damage.
No, it would be another. Six. So. Okay. And.
Wait, how much damage? 20.
No, not on you. This is Brom
Oh.
shooting Eldritch Blast at the Devourer.
Oh, right. Devourer?
The Wendigo.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah, you didn't take that, but Hewler is not 30 feet back. That's a 30 foot.
It's a 30-foot range.
30-foot radius. So yeah,
30
he
plus area.
gets pushed deeper into the sphere of sickening radiance. Awesome. Tell me.
Alright, perfect. Let me get a dex save.
Ooh, fun. That's a fucking 2. He got
Hell
a
yeah.
2.
That was close. He almost passed.
Good. No, I thought that was yours.
No, that was Hewler crit failing his dexterity save.
For a
20.
total of 24 points of damage. And it is difficult terrain until the end of my next turn.
So for him to walk back, it's gonna... he can only move 15 feet back towards you, basically.
Yep.
Okay. Well done. And Frank.
Yeah.
I advise you not to step into the radius
Yeah.
of green glowing sickliness.
Yeah. How far back is some of his other allies?
How far? Okay, so Ubdal is looking pretty bad. They've taken quite a bit of damage. But Hewler also looks pretty raggedy. I mean, he was already a twisted pile of flesh and broken bones, but now it looks like the form it made for itself has been badly damaged. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Frank's gonna back up to Ubdal. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and
you're gonna step up
burn
to Ubdal.
basically Frank's taking this opportunity to get the fuck away from this thing. Because Frank right now is hovering at 22 hit points.
Okay. Are you moving away or are you moving towards Ubdal?
That's why I asked what ally was like far away from.
Oh, I didn't understand that that's what you meant. I thought you were asking who was the worst injured.
No.
Tommy is the one who's furthest away.
Then yeah, Frank's backing up to Tommy. Bonus action to use my second wind.
Okay.
which will be a D10
Plus your fighter level.
plus 7.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Toby.
So that's 13 back.
Okay.
And action 2, and spending 2 key points for key healing.
On yourself?
Yep.
Okay. So you're just falling back and healing up. Okay.
Yeah.
Healer needs to make a con save. Does a 16 pass or fail?
Me? That fails.
How much damage does the Sickening Radiance do?
Okay. 19 back.
Oh, D10. 22 damage.
Very nice.
And it's still his turn, yeah.
Yeah, it's still his turn.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's not particularly bright, and he's gonna try and move back towards the party, but he can only move 15 feet thanks to the slipperiness produced by the snowstorm, the ice storm. So yeah, you watch him stumble and slip, which almost makes the large pile of meat and bones look comical, but he doesn't get close enough to actually do anything to anybody. So yeah, Paddy Pat, what does your character do?
May I? Why am I saying like that? I'm just gonna do with this. Yeah. 3. 3. 3. 3. 20. If I can do that. Plus 9. As 3 Eldritch Blasts get launched into it.
And 2 of them hit.
Yeah. 2. E10 plus 4. Dealing 12. This would come from your left. This would come from like the party's left.
Yeah, so you see a different set of Eldritch Blasts hit Healer in the flank. And one of them misses him, but 2 of them make impact. And he hisses in pain. Updale, what do you want to do?
How beaten is Hewler looking?
It looks like chunks of him are dropping off.
Does he look like he could survive a 6th level Spirit Guardian?
You didn't move from where you were, did you?
No, I didn't.
I'm not quite sure you want to go. I'm not quite sure you want to go into there because then there's a chance of.
You're still standing in the Sickening Radiance area, so con save.
Oh shit.
Is that a pass? Is that a fail?
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Shit.
Wait, I'm gonna use Flash Genius.
Okay, so adding 4 to it would make it a 20. Does it pass?
That passes.
Fantastic.
Okay, phew. I realised there's this weird radiant
half damage?
No, it's just
It's all or nothing.
completely fine.
Okay,
All or nothing.
sweet.
Obdal, get the fuck out of that radius.
Am I to Hula because he did get pushed away?
You're let's see, he got knocked back 20. No, he got knocked back 30 and was only. You're 15 feet away from him.
Right. Would it be possible to do Spirit Guardians and then get away, or... then that's what I'll do. I'm going to upcast it at 6th level. This will be useful for defending the party if he comes closer.
He fails!
Okay, then that's 68. It would be 68 if I'm upcasting it at 6th level, right?
Let me double check. Spirit Guardians is normally 3d8. So at 3rd level it's 3d8. So yes, at 6th level it would be 6d8. You are right. 22.
Radiant damage.
Yeah.
This thing down.
I do 22 damage and fly away. I'm already 15 feet away, so that shouldn't provoke attack of opportunity.
He doesn't get an attack of opportunity.
Alright, I get close to Tommy. Ubdao was also hissing quite aggressively because he is in the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Hiss.
Okay. And Brom would probably shout out, "Whoever's put that magic field up, drop it so we can hit this bastard thing." And then throw Eldritch Blasts, still holding his shadow blade uselessly in his other hand.
Right now, it's the only thing that's slowing it down.
2d10 plus 6. 14. Tommy. It's got knocked back another 20 feet.
Alright, how bad is it looking?
It almost looks like it's only got 4 hit points left.
Okay.
Almost.
I'm just gonna throw, magic missile at it. For 9 points of damage.
Yeah. You blast it apart, but a dark shadow rises from the corpse and blends into the pervading darkness of the environment. Telepathically, you all hear "Until we meet again."
Well, great. Now we've got something else that wants our heads.
Hiss, hiss, angry tiefling noise. Hiss, hiss.
How's everyone holding up?
Tired. Who hit me with that weird blast?
blast. What are you talking about?
I got hit with a radiant ouchie.
You mean you walked into a radiant ouchie?
Technically,
Yeah, that wasn't your finest moment.
Don't look at me, says Brom.
You know what?
I think it came from somewhere over there anyway.
Frank's gonna look around.
Yeah.
Does my 24?
It was about 100 feet from the 100 feet to your left. It's not.
Yeah.
He's not hidden.
His 24 beats your passive stealth of 19, so yeah. He would see you. What does he see?
He sees a Earth Genasi in the shape of a gnome, with like a very tattered like bag, and only like a few weapons.
Like, were you the one that set up that radiant energy?
That's Zoan.
Are you walking towards them?
Yeah, you found me now. Are you? No, Manat, are you alive?
Yeah, are you?
I like to think so.
Can I tell if he's alive or not?
He's
He's very much alive.
He doesn't look dead, but he is.
How the hell did you survive the blast?
You can.
Oh, I didn't.
You can clearly see his elemental heritage.
Yeah, his face is kind of cobbly.
He looks like the Thing, but
Yeah, he looks like the Thing, but as a gnome.
Though, yeah, from the looks of it, it looks like I might have just answered my own question.
They have a lovely device up in that fallen city. Very handy.
You were revived in that gnome city. That would explain it.
Never mind that. How are you alive?
It's a long story.
Is anybody else volunteering the information, or?
While they're over there talking, Tommy's gonna cast bonfire and burn the body.
Fair enough.
You'll hear bandits go saying, that's probably very smart of you.
What?
Yeah, honestly, I need to stop leaving you guys to your own devices at this point.
I wasn't the one that tried to mess around with like sight.
I did not know that would happen. It's never happened before. What even was that thing? I mean, I named him Hula, but what was it?
Who knows? It could have been a number of things.
Yeah, whatever it was, it got that first blow basically knocked the fucking wind out of me.
That was a target. And speaking of targets, that thing is next as he shoots an eldritch blast into the ghost of Bandit.
Wait, that's our friend.
What the fuck?
He was going to go to the afterlife. He was just saying goodbye.
Oh, well, he's gone now. He's clearly gone now, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I guess you just send him to the afterlife faster.
I'm assuming what actually happened is Bandit went, oh shit, and flipped into the ethereal plane.
Probably. He's very evasive.
Permission to whack your character with my wing.
Can certainly try.
Oh!
Strength, right?
No, it would be a roll to hit on arm strike.
with disadvantage, because I've disadvantage to those at the moment due to
No,
exhaustion.
not to your hits. You only have disadvantage.
Just ability checks.
Just ability checks. So
Yeah, you managed to avoid the second level of exhaustion.
Not even.
Okay, so that would be a plus. Just a straight roll
That's
plus dexterity.
Oakdale. It would be a +4. A d20 +4. 22.
Yeah, that hits.
But this is the funny part. Unless you have something that gives you a specific amount of damage for an unarmed strike, the amount of damage you do with an unarmed strike is 1 plus your strength modifier. So how much damage is that, Abdal?
I have a -1 to strength, so I do 0 damage. Do damage.
Yeah, so you just get a... Yeah.
You now have a leathery tiefling wing in your face.
Just paff.
That's very nice of you. What that's for?
You shot our friend.
Acquaintance.
Oh, your
Thing.
sun shines and
Hey, I'm just being honest. I mean, he was a raccoon after all.
And
what
It's
the
likely. True. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to get in the way of your cobbling, but it's likely that thing wouldn't have stayed your friend for long. It is undead after all.
Well, I mean, his body area attacked us, so...
yeah, good point.
But then someone did shove a whole lot of necrotic energy into it.
I did not know that was going to happen.
I'll give you that.
There seems to be a lot of necrotic energy about, so yeah, maybe the stranger is right.
Maybe we should get going. We're going to visit. What was the name of the dragon out of character?
Sterling.
Selling.
Yeah,
We're gonna go kill a dragon.
No, we're not going to kill a dragon. We're going to go see Sterling. Maybe you could come with us? It's safer to travel as a group.
I suppose you're right. I haven't had much company.
Hey, who picked up Bandit's sunstone? Maybe we could lend it to this fellow here.
I
I
believe.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, Frank's like. You don't need 2 sunstone, Tommy.
You don't know that. To be fair, you don't even know what they do properly.
And you do.
Alright.
That's the point of having an extra one, to study it.
I'll fly over him and, if necessary, get the sunstone out. And the winged, rather devilish-looking tiefling begins to flutter over you.
We'll blast you.
I'm a tiefling.
You're still flying above me.
Yes, because I have a special magic rock which scares away undead.
That would explain why you're still alive.
Yeah. Yeah, Frank steps to get closer, but to you, he basically seems like he zips over the opposition unnervingly fast.
Are any of the sunstones out at the moment?
Ubda will pull his out.
Yeah, Frank will as well, in case,
Mm-hmm.
somebody else decides to try it.
Once again, as you bring it out, the ground beneath your feet begins to lighten. not just because of from the radiance, but it's like the shadows themselves are being chased away, and any corruption to the ground is banished.
Mm.
Oh, that's
So
just very bright.
Yeah, you've been wandering around in the gloom for since the disaster. So yes, this bright light is going to be almost excruciatingly bright. Yes.
Sorry about this, but it's necessary.
Yeah, helps chase away those things. And yeah, with that, and with Frank closer, you see what looks like an owl with what looks like strange protrusions on its beak.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like a sharp edges.
Yeah.
I don't think owls
Sorry.
are meant to have that sharp of a beak.
Came from my ex.
Oh, messy breakup.
You don't know the half of it.
Sounds like I don't want to.
Anywho, if you're going to be traveling with us, do you have any particular name or?
Oh yes, names. The name's Ditcher.
Ditcher?
Ditcher. Yeah, full name Ditcher Hallus.
Dick Phallus? Is that what you said?
Ditcher Hallus.
Ditcher Hallus. Got ya. Yeah.
But yeah, it's easier for you to just call me Ditcher.
Ditcher. Gotcha.
No, it's Ditcher.
I am Ubdal of Last Chance, or just call me Ubdal.
Name's Frank.
To meet you. What's the robot's name?
Wax.
My name's Tommy.
Nice to meet you too.
Alright, well, if introductions are all done, I say we get a move on.
Yeah, probably a good idea. In case that fucking horde finds us.
Ubdal whacks him with wing again. Tommy is our friend. He's not a robot.
I'm pretty sure he is a robot.
He's a very...
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
He's an ally before the fall.
Okay. Well, that wasn't mean. That wasn't meant to be bad or anything. I'm sorry if it came off as such.
It's fine. I've literally heard worse.
Oh, I am very sorry. I didn't realize it would come off as bad.
So yeah. How are we going about this? Because we sort of have been taking flight. You have any means of flight?
Not particularly. I mean, if someone throws me hard enough, I can technically fly.
Ubdal just calls his Pegasus over.
Isn't your Pegasus already handling Tommy?
Yeah.
No, Francis.
Yeah, you may have to walk.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could use the carrying strategy if necessary, but I think walking for now would be good.
Yeah, probably. So, yeah, we better start moving. Of course, Frank is not traveling at his not full speed to, not blast past everybody.
Yes. Okay. So you begin heading north. Are you going via any particular cities, or are you avoiding the cities?
Probably a good idea to avoid the cities.
Okay. Everybody in agreement?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think it would be for the best.
Okay.
Yeah. So while wandering along, it's like, so Ditcher, how did you survive all this time?
Well, I'm strong. You just get good, and then you survive. Like, all these creatures are weak.
Gonna need more context than that.
Simple, I just blasted them until they died. Or they died again. Whatever the correct termination is.
Termination. That would be it. Yes.
Yes.
Alright. Well, seeing how you managed to go from the fallen city to what? I'm trying to remember the name of the places now.
Okay. So you've got
Fallen city of Samael.
You've got Sturmendrang and Samael north of where you are. Sturmendrang is actually slightly northeast, whilst Samael is due north. So yeah.
Alright, so I'm assuming Sturmendrang is the one that was the flying city?
No,
Samael.
Sturmendrang is the one. Sturmendrang is basically the city where half of them had made themselves like elves, and the other half had made themselves like orcs.
Right. So you managed to go from Sturmendrang to our area? Certainly shows that
It wasn't quite Sturmendrang, but it was Samael. But the geography is weird, especially now. I can understand the confusion.
Yeah.
But you hide a bit, especially for the bigger hordes. You hide, you wait for them to pass, and then you manage to survive.
Right. As for the previous question of how we're still alive, basically genie nonsense and a trip to the afterlife.
You said genie.
They did indeed.
What type of genie?
One that faked being a sun god.
So, if I had to guess, fire.
Does anybody else want to elaborate on that?
Here goes.
Brom would probably be spitting feathers about the false lord of light and explaining that he's a magma genie, fire and earth.
There was one like that for me. I hated the guy.
We ate him too.
Yeah, they're not exactly the best people to be around.
They managed to go us to the afterlife. Didn't tell us that us being there was putting a timer on us.
Yeah, you'll notice
Well, I mean-
at at the here of like a magma method genie, like fire genie. Ditch's fist would kind of clench a bit.
Take it
Ooh,
you have beef with the supposed sun god?
I don't care about the sun god, but it might be I might have beef.
you guys all really seem to hate him.
Well, when the only source of information that you got straight up lied to your face, you tend to be a bit bitter.
I mean, what would have happened if he told the truth? Would people have tried to kill him?
Most likely, but then they would try. But then once they see someone that's at least still breathing, they would probably try and kiss that creature's feet, so to speak.
I mean, I get that the guy's evil, but there's far worse evil out there. Come on.
So, yeah.
Evil is a relative term. He's kind of just a dick.
Yeah. So, yeah.
A god like Karen, then.
Mm. So, yeah, after a bit, we basically made a deal with talk to a higher being, managed to get a hold of these stones, and, well, we're sent back here. Bing, bada, boom, we're alive again.
Well, that's definitely a way. Probably a better way than
I take it you woke up in a pod?
I guess. I was just kind of spat out. And at this point, you'd notice that Bayer's side is a book with it has kind of tendrils on it. It's kind of tentacly designed, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose Frank would spot that, being that their perception is so high.
Mm.
Yeah. I take it you're a similar deal to Brom.
What do you mean by that?
Get your power from somewhere else.
Look,
I don't exactly know the details, but basically you have a boss or something.
well, yeah, we went to Elysium or whatever, and we met somebody there who gave me healing powers and stuff. Remember? I don't think what he's holding there is the same kind of power.
He's implying that your friend has something similar to what you have, but maybe not exact. I mean, he also seems to be able to use that blasting technique that you do.
Yeah, it's not the same.
You're correct. Mine is better.
He says, petting the raccoon tail.
That is still fucking disturbing to me for some reason.
I kind of wish you would have left that.
It's floofy.
Though, still trying to figure out what the hell that like site did to the bandit's body.
Well, if Legasite is indeed chaos energy, there's a good chance it acting negatively to all this necrotic energy in the air, causing that reaction. But that thing that came out of it, that did not seem like it was unnatural. It looked familiar.
Like it came from that negative plane place?
No, not the negative plane.
Mm-hmm.
Almost, it looked kind of demonic.
You're talking about the Wendigo?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm talking, not realizing I'm on mute.
It's definitely not much.
It looked
Sorry.
like a weird mix of tiefling and raccoon, which ended up giving it a deer-like appearance.
Indeed.
I mean, not the two creatures I would have used example, but sure.
Though, and if anything, it being able to talk in our heads means that it's capable of far more than what we really know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what, like this? As you hear
It's a-
Ditch's voice.
Yeah, it fluffs up. It's like, oh, okay, mate. Please give me a bit of hope, bit of a better warning before doing that again like that.
Yeah, get out of my head, Ditcher. Or should I call you Bitcher?
Yeah, that's not very nice. Yeah, fine, I'll get out of your head. If you so wish. He says, still on the head. But
He's going to throw his shadow blade at you.
fine, I understand. I'll get out.
Ooh, I have a theory as to what it could be.
Lay on us.
You remember that demonic baby?
The
And we
The-
absorb bits of it.
undead baby.
Yeah.
The baby god.
Well, didn't I absorb it into my, life glass?
Hmm.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Like a sight.
Like a sight.
Like a sight.
Right.
Well, what if it somehow used a mixture of my tieflingy magic and
baby god and dead baby god energy.
dead baby god energy and bandit body to create itself a new body?
So you're saying it's a mixture of different magics that made that thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Note for next time: we are not doing that again with any other body.
It's a god that's technically been given a
Mostly.
body of sorts. Well, no, it's not even a god. It's
I'm pretty sure Tommy is the one who got most of the energy of it.
Oh,
But
okay,
anyway.
never mind then.
But anyway,
well, even a little bit in Ubdal might be enough to make that Wendigo.
as you are walking, you see those of you who can still see fairly well in the dark will notice a group of warriors coming from the west.
Alive warriors or
Hard to tell
those
at this
demon?
distance. Hard to tell at this distance. The lead warrior, who seems to be wearing full plate armor, is holding a torch in his hand.
Someone's heading our way. Do we confront or do we hide?
Well, I know my decision.
Ditcher is hiding, just like Bandit used to. Interesting.
Yeah, Frank takes Ditcher's lead.
Avoiding them might be an idea.
Okay.
So, I want you to all make stealth checks.
Ooh. This... No, not bad, actually.
Wait, would I roll with disadvantage? Because would this count as an ability or skill check?
It is. It's an ability check. It's a skill check.
Oof.
Yeah.
So, okay.
That's still pretty good.
I can at least add a +4 to mine.
Yes, you could. Yeah. Okay. So you you all hide while the this strange party walks by. As they're walking by, you can hear them talking to each other. But my lord, it seems like we've been walking for days, and yet we no longer seem to require sleep or need to eat. It is our sacred duty to complete our mission, and so we have been blessed. Trust me, it is a sign that we are doing the right thing. If you're sure, because I don't know why, but I'm suddenly feeling hungry. But not for like our rations or anything. There's a smell on the air. I smell it too. It's probably some worm's trick. Do not fall for it, brother. These foul flying lizards seek to taunt us and trap us. We will continue on our mission. We will slay the dragons that caused this and put the world to rights. Aye, my lord, aye. And they continue walking. Going mostly north, but yeah, northeast.
Do you think that's where your dragon friend is?
There were about 7 figures altogether.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
Do you think they know where your dragon friend is? Well, you said you were going to the dragon, didn't you?
Yeah, Frank. How far away are those guys?
They're out of
He says
they're walking away from you, and they are. Yeah. He waited until they were gone.
Yeah. I don't know, but it sounds like they've developed a grudge. Probably what we assumed at first.
Oh well. Can't do much about that.
No. Because right now, unfortunately, the dragons are the only source of information we have that might go to at least fix a bit of this.
If they're going to go kill the dragon, you might want to stop them.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to follow them just in case.
I don't think we're in the right way of fighting right now.
True. You might need to rest up before you take them on.
I think I'm running low on ki.
Do you all want to take a Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a long rest and potentially have the dragon already be dead by the time you get there, since you sent a bunch of revenants towards it too? Or do you want to suck it up and keep going?
We're probably going to need to keep going. Because, ticking timer and all.
How's everybody's health? I can cast some healing spells.
I got like 41. At a certain point, I just need a short rest so I can get back my abilities.
I mean, you could just rest on the Pegasus while we go.
Taking turns to sleep on the Pegasus.
Yeah, we could do that.
Take 4-hour shifts.
I don't need the rest.
4-hour naps. Yeah, you didn't take any damage, did you?
Nope, just wasted a couple spell slots.
It's mostly just Frank and Updal that need to heal up. So.
Yeah, Frank. Well. Yeah, Frank's like, do you mind if I rest on the Pegasus?
Yeah, we can take it in turns.
Right.
You go first.
And with that, Frank will short rest.
Okay, so you're only going to take a 2-hour nap on the back of the Pegasus?
Yeah, Frank needs Frank's long rest is 8 hours.
Yes. But if you do 4 hours and then let Obdal take 4 hours and then take another 4 hours, that would be 8 hours of long rest, wouldn't it?
Fair enough then. Then yeah, I'll do that.
And Updal, yeah. So, because it's a long walk. You see the as you're doing so, as you follow this other party at a distance, tracking their footprints rather than keeping them in sight. Are you using your stun stones to help you light the way, purify the ground as you go, or anything?
I think
Or are
we
you
do
going to
that.
hide? Or are you
Not
going to
celebration.
Okay, so you're going to keep your lights hidden so that you don't get noticed?
Probably a good idea.
Depends on what you're trying to do. Save yourselves or save the world, I guess.
Is there a way we can do a bit of real dim light?
No.
I mean, to be fair, we can pull out the sunstones at any time.
If you truly wish for low light, I'm sure that I don't have the light cantrip. Never mind. I'm sure if you have if you have that fancy old cantrip, that could be quite helpful.
Actually, Brom can do that. Brom can actually summon light. So yeah. After traveling for at least 4 hours, you see that the other party, possibly more out of habit than anything else, have made camp.
Oh. Do I see any identifying marks indicating what kingdom they came from?
From this distance, I'm gonna make a perception check.
Alright.
You don't recognize the heraldry.
I don't recognize those symbols. Must be something newly established.
How are we going to deal with these guys? They seem at least a good ways more intelligent than your average undead. They were talking pretty clearly, but obviously smelt us.
I could trap them.
Trap them?
I don't think we should. I don't think we should worry about dealing with them for now. I think keeping our distance is what's important.
How are you gonna trap
Honestly,
them?
I have force cage.
What's that? Says Brom.
Anyway, I can capture force cage.
I mean, if you can, like, just sneak up to them and put them in some sort of magic cage, we can deal with them after the rest of the party has slept, right? And they're not going to get away while we're sleeping. That'd work, right?
Yeah, that sounds like that could work.
I don't think you can capture more than one creature, though.
You know the spell?
Wait. I'm saying out of character.
Yeah, out of character. It only lasts for an hour.
True.
And it's only 20 feet per side if you want to do a cage, or 10 feet per side if you want to do a solid box.
Right. In character, Tommy's going to say we don't need to capture them. We just need to pay attention to them. As long as we stay away from them so they don't smell you guys, we should be good. And this way we can rest.
Right. Thankfully, that short amount of rest on the Pegasus has.
Yeah, so you've already had 4 hours of your long rest. Obdal still needs their full 8. Brom, however,
I think I only need half.
Yeah, you only need 6 hours to actually get. Well, technically, every long rest includes 6 hours of sleep and then 2 hours of downtime. The exception being elves, who only need 4 hours to trance, and Warforged, and technically also Dampier, that your instead of Dampier is still sort of sleep, but it's a death-like torpor for 6 hours. And Warforged, you're on sentry mode for 6 hours. Yeah. So that's fun. So yeah, Frank, you only need another couple of hours of actual sleep, and then you got a couple of hours of downtime. If Obdal would have been walking or flying, so they'll need longer. Brom is going to put his head down. Hey, can we get a bonfire? He says.
Probably not a good idea. We don't want to attract their attention.
Look, we're alive, which means we get fucking cold. I'm not going to be able to sleep if I'm too fucking cold.
I mean, we're out of their line of sight, so that's all that kind of matters.
Alright.
Alright. I hope you guys know what you're doing.
look, I haven't taken much damage anyway. I could probably fight them if they cause a problem. We'll let you guys sleep, because you guys are... well...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could technically sleep and keep an eye on them.
yeah. So, yes.
Right.
Well, if you need someone to create the bonfire, I can help with that.
Wouldn't my tiny hut dim the light of a bonfire or something like that anyways?
Okay, alright. So, if you are going to set a fire in the tiny hut, then the hut would become opaque rather quickly.
Okay.
You would also probably all suffocate from smoke inhalation.
But, I mean, if you use Tiny Hut, would you really need a bonfire?
No, maybe not.
No, I don't think so. Isn't part of the logic is that tiny huts do have some sort of warm lighting inside anyway because of the nature of the magic?
I don't think that's mentioned, but it does mention that you can make it translucent or opaque. But it doesn't have a chimney, so that's a problem.
Yeah. Right.
It's just a dome. Okay. But yeah, you could probably have you could probably make it warm in there and then snuff out the fire so that it doesn't suffocate you while you're sleeping. Okay. So yes, if you're using Tiny Hut, then yeah, you can hide the light from observers outside and snuff out the flame once it's warm enough. Okay. So yes. Anything in particular you'd be doing with downtime?
I'm sort of trying to figure out, with the kind of sight of, wherever land is restored turns to sand. What grows in sand?
Nothing grows.
Because at some point we're going to have to worry about food.
Yeah.
If we want to set up any kind of form of living.
So far, you're still surviving on your tinned food from you.
Doesn't Tommy have create food and water?
Yeah, but it's also not a good idea to always, survive on nothing but magic.
Frank has an issue with surviving on magic. He doesn't trust magic ever since the disaster. Even before the disaster, he had a bad feeling in his pin feathers.
Well, if I have to choose between starving and eating food conjured from magic, I'm going to eat food conjured from magic.
Hell yeah.
I don't have a problem with using magic, but at the same time, all of this kind of indicates that we shouldn't just purely rely on magic.
It is not purely relying on it. That is, that like create food, water stuff tastes like cardboard.
It is nasty. Yeah.
It is
Also,
not
you organics relied on magic. I use it. There's a difference.
And Tommy, I know this may sound like a strange question, but who do you use as a power source?
What was that?
What do you use as a power source is what he asked.
Well, my creator for lack of a better word, I have what's called innate spellcasting. It's rather complicated to explain, but to put it in layman's terms, it's a gift from my creator.
I think he wants to know what your heartstone is made from.
Oh, that's
Like I say.
yeah, I can't tell you that.
Okay, fair enough. Trade secret. Frank knows when they'll ask. Especially when you guys ask Frank to, keep his mouth shut.
Okay. Would the newcomer, who probably doesn't need to rest at all, be doing anything in particular while Abdel's healing up?
I think he'd just be chilling. He'd just be like sitting, like kind of humming to himself, like completely unaware of like any danger around him.
Alright then. I'll click on the long rest. Boom, boom, boom. And am I back up at full HP again, or am I still at the 89?
You only, that any drain to your max hit points will go away on a long rest. So you're back up to full. You're proper full.
I tell you what, you guys are very on edge. It is a bit weird. You are rather on edge.
Well, I've had anything from devils chasing you to other undead attacking you to have to worry about a bitch of a wife.
Oh, but monsters like that are weak. I'm not sure why you're scared of them. They seem like rather easy to defeat.
You haven't encountered any of the more dangerous creatures, have you?
Define that. Define what you mean by that.
A dragon made of shadow.
That does seem quite dangerous.
We barely got away with that one with the skin of our teeth. Or at least, well, in my case, skin of my beak.
May you roll deception. That fight was...
Also, to be fair, you guys really didn't do much during that fight.
That fight was easily done by Tommy.
Yeah, but Frank likes to catastrophize.
Yes,
that's part of his character.
Exactly.
But I guess Tommy will point out you guys didn't really do much in that fight, so it's not really a good example.
Right. No one really listens to Crazy Frank.
Well, to be fair, you do blow things out of proportion a lot.
Yeah, I try not to do that, but
Oh, I love a good storyteller.
But
It makes life a lot more entertaining.
when you spend a year basically troubling around with a drained lycosite battery, you kind of learn to be cautious.
In your case, overcautious.
Or if it weren't for overcautiousness, we wouldn't have your organic teammates wouldn't have any sorts of food.
Yeah. I don't think so.
He's got you there. I mean, eating canned vegetables and meat's not my idea of fun, but at least it's something.
I mean, you are aware at any point if you would have asked me, I could have literally created food for you guys, right?
Really? We don't have to be eating this crap?
I mean, it's not good, but it's sustenance, and I can create it generally at any time.
That, looks like you did you. Yeah, looks like all this prep was for nothing then, Frank.
Well, sorry if I went off the panic prediction of our diviner, and then had literally about a couple hours of preparation time before the shit hit the fan.
Frank, there's nothing wrong with preparation, but you should just be aware, you had a couple hours to prep. My whole life has been nothing but prep.
Wait, you built that bunker and stocked it with food in 2 hours. That's incredible, Frank.
The ability of light sight.
Oh, wait. You made all this canned food? Like, magically? With the lighter sight you've been telling us not to use?
Yeah, that was before I knew it was dangerous.
Wow.
I fear I may have struck a nerve here. Let's move on.
Yeah. So, what did you do before everything fell apart?
You talking to?
Oh, me? I was just living. That thing. I hate that thing. That thing. I was looking for that fire. Yeah, I think it was the fire genie that. But one time in a many years, a fire genie appeared, and I can't. I'm not going to tell you the rest. You can fill the rest in. But I hate it.
So you're out here because of a grudge?
No. It's more of a hatred.
Used to be a war gamer, basically. Fought in a stadium. Did anyone else hear that?
No. In fact, only Ditcher really did.
Hello, Mr.
Although maybe your perception is high enough to have heard it.
Yeah.
What is it now, Master? He'll say in his head, because I assume that's where it came from.
Mm-hmm. Anything that calls itself a god is a liar and a cheat. I am far older than the so-called gods. I will reclaim this world.
And I will be your vessel.
Yes. You are faithful. But you are also slow.
I'm sorry.
Find this genie and destroy him. Find the dragons that try to be gods. Destroy them too. Any that would claim power deserves death.
That they do. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry about that. I was staring into space. What? Were you saying anything? I was zoned out.
Out loud.
None of that was out loud. All of that was psychically.
Fair enough. Frank's like, what the fuck happened there?
Oh, sorry. Everyone zones out every now and then, don't they?
I do, but that's because of living situation. I don't do it voluntarily.
It wasn't voluntary. It's something that just happens. Sadly, it's made me miss a lot of important details.
Okay.
You will. The shuffles in sleep. Yeah, for some reason the ground around your new guest seems damp.
Are you sat in a puddle of water?
I don't think so. What do you mean by that?
Gestures to weird damp area around. I'm trying to remember.
Dachi.
Dachi?
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is around the
Did you-
time
did you?
Dao's had his long rest and is beginning to wake up.
Yeah,
And
the fact that the floor is damp is definitely gonna disturb you.
Dao's going to sit up and go, okay, who went to the bathroom in the tiny hut?
It
Come on,
doesn't
turn up.
smell like that though. It smells more like it smells stagnant, like an overgrown pond, like overgrown pond water. You know.
Okay, who wet themselves and farted?
That's not a byproduct. That's stagnant water.
I mean, I suppose it's possible that the water could have just bubbled up, because. But it seems a strange coincidence that it bubbled up while Ditcher was trancing.
Dao is just going to tiredly go presto, presto, presto. He's not quite with it. Whatever. No one wants to admit to stinking out the tiny hut. Wretched. Okay, let's get going. We have some undead to kill.
Yeah.
That we do.
Are we gonna sneak up on them or go in guns blazing?
What do you think, new guy?
Well, I like to sneak. That's how I've survived, personally.
I'm with you, says Brum.
Alright.
We're not going to
Alright,
attack
well
them
then.
yet. We're still going to follow them.
Alright. Yeah, that is fair. Tommy
Right.
did say that we were doing a follow strategy.
We followed them. We followed them here. We can.
Yeah,
take
but we
them
need
down.
to see where they're going.
They're going to hunt a dragon. That's a good enough reason to kill them.
Not until we see if they know where the dragon actually is. Because we don't know where the dragon is.
Alright, maybe we could do some kind of deception thing if they're intelligent undead. Act like we want to beat up a dragon too or something.
Just us getting too close is going to have them turn on us. We've only gotten lucky so far that they haven't full prey to their instincts.
They're gonna spot us sooner or later. Maybe
That's why we're keeping our distance.
I'm just hoping they're intelligent or in control just enough that we could talk things out.
Okay. Are you dropping the hut and taking a look and reconning the other party's camp?
I'm gonna drop the hut.
Who's going
Right
to?
then.
One of the flyers should probably.
Yeah, with that, Frank's gonna, fly up and do some aerial reconnaissance.
Okay. Looks like this party has been busy in the night. They seem to have captured and interrogated several hollows. There's also some ghouls that have been rounded up and forced to eat their brethren, stuff like that. It's rough.
Whoever they are, they're organised.
And it's
Land back.
the one in the full armor definitely seems to be their leader. The other 6 comparatively much lighter armored, being they seem to be. Damn it! I had the page marked and now it's gone. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
My guess is something.
They seem to be wearing studded leather armor.
My guess is these group were part of something even before the fall. Judging by their equipment.
And you can get a clearer look at the leader's heraldry at the moment. Emblazed on his shield, which you didn't see before because it was strapped to his back, is a figure of a knight in full armor slaying a dragon.
Whoever they are seriously interested in taking out dragons.
It sounds like we've got to get to them first.
Yeah, maybe it would be a good idea to just steal these guys.
All right.
But I don't think it's a good idea to be sloppy about it.
Right.
I'm gonna try something.
Okay. I'm assuming Frank has flown back and reported by now.
Yeah, Frank did report back. And all that.
Yeah.
Alright, I feel like targeting Captain might be a good idea, but I don't want to risk this failing.
But if your plan is to...
The likelihood of you landing. Oh.
What is your plan here?
Well, I mean, it's simple. If we don't want them to go after the dragon, we have to take him out. I'd rather not just fight them head on.
I understand that part. But how do you plan on attacking?
Yes. Which indirect method are you going to use?
Alright, so I'm just gonna choose one of the side peoples, I guess. Can I get a wisdom save?
Oh, how? So you're getting within 60 feet?
How far away are they?
Well, they were quite.
Or let me say this: how far away is the closest one?
They're still at their camp, which I'm going to say is about 300 feet from you.
All right. Well, I mean, I can. Well, technically, this isn't me doing this. This is the artifact. So I could technically. So as like you'll notice Tommy's there, you'll notice Tommy's not there anymore.
I guess whatever he plans on doing is going down.
And then you're just going to hear wait on my signal.
All right. Hope you know you're doing.
All right. Now I'm going to attempt to get closer.
The lightly armored individual gets a 19 on its wisdom save.
That would be a fail.
That's a fail.
Damn.
The DC on the crown is 21.
Oh fuck. All right.
Oh right, that crown that was worn by the former church.
Yeah.
Yep, I've been attuned to it for a while now. I just haven't had a reason to use it.
Nice.
And I can issue a command to him telepathically. I'm going to give him the order to stab their commander and don't stop until he's dead.
Okay. So.
And each time he takes damage, he makes a wisdom save again to see if he breaks the spell.
Ooh.
Okay. So. Give me a second here. So. Let's figure this out.
Yeah, I finally have a reason to actually use this spell. I've had the crown for a while now, and I couldn't really think of how to actually use it.
Yeah.
But
Will people stop bringing up stuff while I'm trying to figure out initiative rolls?
Alright.
oh no, I saw the spell. I just brought it up for you.
What?
Weren't you looking up enemy abound? Oh no, sorry,
I'm
Bandit.
not. I'm not.
Sorry.
That's okay. So. Five.
May I have hugs?
Okay. There you go.
Hugs.
Hug delivered.
Yeah.
You thought you were in the guest channel. Nope. No, you're not. Okay. So.
You noodle.
So this the guy that you commanded is going to draw his sword and begin moving aggressively towards their leader. The others notice, however, and try to stop him. Let's have... Yeah, they would probably... Try to grapple him. It's got to be 21. With disadvantage because he's outnumbered. He does not. Okay. So the other followers dogpile him, and then the leader walks up to him and
I just imagine he's on the ground just snarling. Arr, 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 arr.
I must kill you. I have been commanded. um, he's going to make another wisdom save. And fails. As the leader just looks at the restrained follower and says, "Obey." But he's probably in order to actually obey, he's going to have to beat the wisdom save from your thing, which he doesn't. So, yeah, he's currently fighting between the leader's control and yours, and the leader's losing. The leader very astutely... Well, actually, let's double check how astute he is. Inside check. Oh, someone else is here.
Yeah, Frank's like, shit.
At this point, I would have moved to the opposite side of the camp. Opposite to where the party is.
Okay.
And obviously, them seeing that would have been kind of the, signal.
Then yeah, Frank would have.
If you guys would have took the signal, is a different issue.
Yeah.
Everyone else rolled initiative.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got to change my name now.
Wow.
Dang it. You stole my 20.
Tommy got a 29.
16. Not bad.
Oopdale's still waking up. Give him a break.
Are you waking up to ash and dust?
Let's find out.
Are you sweating your... I can't remember the words.
I'm going to be riding my Pegasus into battle.
Okay. Don't think... Yep. So, Frank's got a 16, Brom's got a 25. Okay. The followers are on 20. The leader on 19. Frank on 16. Ditcher on 11. Obdal on 6. And the turncoat on 5. Tell me, what do you want to do?
Alright, so obviously, like I said, I moved to the opposite side of camp. Maximum distance from them. Yeah. There's no point of being visible anymore. So, I'm surprised it took you so long to notice I was here. And you just see him sort of wave his hand, and he just appears.
It's a harvester.
I'm sorry, but I can't have you attacking any dragons. Not yet, anyway. And I want to cast Ice Storm. Deck saves from everybody.
Okay.
You mean not your allies included?
Yeah, all of the...
But you guys are not there, but they're clustered up, so this is the perfect opportunity
including the
for that.
turncoat. So that's the following.
He automatically fails because he's prone.
Oh, right, yeah. Well,
Wait, is it automatic fail when you're prone? Or
No,
disadvantage?
he's-
Disadvantage is stun, you automatically fail.
He's restrained.
Alright.
Leader Gets an 18.
So that's 3 passes.
The 10 passed? Oh, the 18 passed.
No, 19, 17, and 18.
Yeah.
So 19 points of damage to anyone who didn't succeed, and 8 to those who did.
So,
And now it's difficult terrain.
okay.
And bonus action, I guess I'll just activate my sun guitar just in case. Wait, doesn't it do something around undead when you activate it?
It did something to the vampires because they were vampires.
Yes, yeah, vampires can't regenerate if they've taken radiant damage. But
Okay.
your sun guitar is basically just your sun blade turned into a punch dagger.
Yeah, it's just infused into my armor.
Yeah. Brom is going to stealth as a bonus action because he can. Find somewhere good to hide. Gets a 15, which sucks, but is good enough against these targets. And then do his 3 Eldritch Blasts. One of them blows up in his face. So he takes 7 points of damage, but he did heal back up, so he's at... Yeah. The other 2... 2d10. Yeah, and he would go for the big cheese, of course. So the leader takes 20 points of damage and gets knocked back 20 feet. Kill them! Oh, sneak attack bonus. Another 6. Okay.
I mean, could have been worse.
Sorry?
I mean, could have been worse than that sneak attack.
He's...
Through that.
Okay. Okay. So... One of the followers maintains a grapple on the turncoat, while the other 4 will shoot arrows in the direction that Brom's Eldritch Blasts came from. But since they don't actually see him, this will be at disadvantage.
Cool.
And only one hit. Doing...
He got attacked by a barrage. That is stupid lucky.
Yes. And it only did 3 points of damage. Okay. Yeah, he did more damage to himself than they did. Okay. The leader, however, is very frustrated. he is going to move forward 15 feet because difficult terrain. And summons a ball of black fire. Looks like the purple flames, actually. And hurls it in roughly the direction that the Eldritch Blast came from. Most of you are still in that area.
Shit.
Could you all make dexterity saving throws except for Tommy?
On it.
He can throw it up to 120 feet.
Oh no.
And
Oh, I'm gonna see this shit.
it's a 20-foot radius blast.
Fuck.
If I cut out because the voice connected bar just turned red. Okay.
It's fine now.
Okay. So, Brom's gonna need one
Yeah,
as
fine.
well.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as I can tell, I'm more or less going, shit.
Okay, the DC was 18. So only Ubdal passes. That's going to be 10d6 fire and 10d6 necrotic. 78 points of damage.
Yowcha.
Which of course would be halved for Ubdal. Does Ubdal have resistance to fire as well? Yes, she does. So, it would actually 10, 18, 28. Sorry.
Yeah.
B.
32.
What's half of? Oh yeah.
Working on it.
Okay. Better. Ow.
So 67. Yeah, it's actually 67 divided by 2 because they're also resistant to fire.
Oh, my bad, yeah.
Yeah, they're only resistant to the fire part. You see, not the necrotic. So
Maybe.
Ubdal takes 33. Everyone else takes 78. Which is leaves knocks Brom down to 6 hit points. Rough. Okay. Show yourselves, worm slaves, or be destroyed. Frank.
How far away are they away from us?
Well, Tommy managed to get himself closer. You were told to wait until he gave the signal. So I'm going to say you're about 120 feet away from the leader. And 105 feet away from the others.
Frank is gonna take off into the air, about 5 feet up, and start moving that direction. And he's gonna go ahead and peg 2 arrows into one of those underlings.
Roll to hit.
Yep, that's 8.
Both of those hit. Showing them.
As for the reference shot, he's going for shots to the chest. Biggest target area from a distance.
Yes. Center mass.
And he just goes, it's like, run that shit!
Just roll damage.
Sorry.
I love the enthusiasm, but yeah. Okay, so 12 points of damage against one of the followers. Yes?
Yeah, that's it. So, 2d...
Cool.
1d8 plus 3, so...
Times 2. Mm-hmm.
So times 2. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Did ya?
May I have... we're 120 feet away from Mr. Leader, right?
From the leader, yes.
Yeah. May I have an intelligence save?
Ooh. $18.
Oh, that passes, that bastard.
Wait, silvery barbs.
Thank you.
Fuck beans. Alright. 7.
Thank you. It's not that one. I want the spell. I want the spell that's underneath it.
Sorry, what?
The spell on this one.
What's the spell called?
Enemies are bound.
You're putting it on the leader? You
Yes.
have in mind of one creature you can see and force it to make an intelligence save. The creature automatically succeeds if it's immune to being frightened.
Is it?
Which,
I
which
don't
it
know.
is.
Ah, piss.
But,
Oh, well.
But it would have lost the ability to distinguish friend from foe.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Why did Death Knights have to be good?
Why do Death Knights have to be good? They're awesome. Yeah, so you do the spell and it seems to go through, but it doesn't have any effect. Either that or the dude
And
is
I
just
give the advantage to Prom.
either that or the dude is just so paranoid already that you can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Actually, I give the advantage to Abdul.
To Obdal.
Abdul.
Sweet. So that was Ditch's turn.
Yeah.
Obdal is next.
And then I'm gonna do movement so I'm not clumped together,
Okay.
so I can't
Yeah.
get fireballed again.
You're going to move out of the blast. Don't worry, he can only do that once a day anyway.
Oh yeah.
He's done that now. It's done. But yeah,
Anyway,
moving
done.
out of, but he does have other things that he could do. But anyway, yes, Obdal. So you got least scorched.
Yep.
But this guy needs to be taken out fast. What would you like
Yeah.
to do? He's about 120 feet away from you.
Let's see. If I dash in on my Pegasus, I can
How far can it fly?
fly. Let me have a look.
Do you want to bring up the Pegasus?
I've got it here. Pegasus
Doesn't have a base 50.
fly 90 foot around.
It can fly 90 feet.
Yep.
Then, yeah. And you yourself have a 30-foot fly speed. So you could have the Pegasus fly you 90 feet and then fly off the Pegasus and get into melee.
Yes. Would I have attuned to that new sword?
Yes, because you've had a rest since then. So you
Okay.
can, as a bonus action, activate Sunblade.
Okay, and can I add a Searing Smite onto it?
Technically, yes, but you shouldn't be able to. But yes, technically you can.
So
You're going for the out of hell logic.
What's the plus to hit with this weapon?
Well, for you, because it is a longsword, it would be a +4 to hit.
Ah, dang it. Well, I do have that extra thingy. The
Don't
advantage.
forget. Yep.
And what does
You have
the sun...
advantage.
Yes.
I will tell you if you hit.
Okay, the sun sword, what D does it?
It's
Dice
a D.
thingy.
It's a D20 +4 with advantage. Where's my DMG? There it is. Are you gonna roll to hit?
Yeah, I just don't know what the thingy is. I need to note it
You
down
don't know
on
what the what?
the damage that the actual sword does. Is it a D4, 5,
I will
D6?
tell you when you've rolled after you've rolled to hit.
Okay. So D4,
Does it-
D20.
It's a D20 +4 with advantage. Oh shit! Wait a minute. If you push in with short swords and long swords, okay, yes. Oh, you got a +2. It's actually a +6. Sorry.
No worries. Oh, I have my forge thingy that I can use to add an extra plus to that.
I think you can only do it to non-magic weapons.
Oh, okay.
But anyway.
+6 ADV.
Yes. 22. That's definitely a hit. Now, it's going to be... So the sword itself, when wielded one-handed, which I'm assuming you're doing because you're flanking, would do a D8. It also does an additional 1d8 of radiant damage against undead, so that's 2d8. Searing Smite, I believe, does an extra d6. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
And then you'll be doing +1.
So that
So-
will be
2d8 plus 1d6 plus 1. $20 points of damage to the boss.
Yee. So all of a sudden, this tiefling comes riding in on what color Pegasus did I say he had? Let's say it's white. This white Pegasus, when the Pegasus gets to about 90 feet, he launches himself off of it
Mm-hmm.
and slashes the leader.
Yes.
I want to say something cool.
He's probably going to go. There you are, my enemy.
Hiss.
Should have known the dragon would send a fiend to do its dirty work.
I'm a tiefling, and don't you forget it.
You're a hellborn sinner. Anyway. That was... And then the turncoat is going to try... Something cool! Slash.
That's what he says.
That's exactly what he says.
Something cool!
Alright. Turncoat is going to make a...
That Frank basically rolls the dice.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, with what Abdal said, Frank just rolls his eyes.
The turncoat manages to break free of the grapple and attacks is...
I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. Can you let me know after if I get injured?
Yes.
My AC is 14.
Yeah, I have your character sheet.
Okay.
So the turncoat manages to do 6 points of damage to the white that was restraining him. And Tommy's turn. Tomito. You are muted.
No, sorry, I'm thinking. I think that's an intelligence save. Let me double check. Oh no, that reduces saves. I was thinking the other one. Yeah, let me get a con save from all the other ones. They're so grouped up, right?
Yes. How?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Shatter on the rest of the group.
Oh yeah. They'd be called by that. 6 d20 plus. You do realise that Obdal would be caught in that blast too, and her Pegasus.
Why? Wait, isn't no Abdal is near the commander? I thought he was.
Shit! Yes. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Remember, he got pushed back 20 feet.
Yes. And he moved close, but yes. I'm sure you're right.
Two passed. Oh wait, no. Three passed. Wait, no. All.
Is the DC?
Only.
So it's an
Wait, let me double
18,
check.
24, 20.
Actually, I think only one failed. Yeah, 17. Only one failed, actually. No, two failed. I didn't notice that nat one at the bottom.
The 10 and the 4 fail. Yeah.
Yeah. So 18 to those guys, 9 to everybody else. And that's it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Brum is going to do the same trick again. Well, actually, he's probably going to try and heal up. Yeah, he's going to use all 3 of his 3d6s on himself. Nine. He regains 9 hit points, so he's at 15. And then he's going to hide. No, I think he'll take the dodge action. Okay. Followers. The followers would most likely well, 4 of them at least would foolishly attempt to shoot at Tommy, not knowing that he's literally built like a tank. None of those get through, do they?
Nope.
And the one that is fighting the turncoat. Oh, 2 longbow attacks. Duh. Actually, Noodle, are you back?
I take that as a no.
Aye, but 3 of those would hit. She did say if she takes any damage to let her know when she gets back. So that's what
I'm back. Did I take damage?
You're about to.
Okay.
3.
Let me guess. The guy I stabbed?
No. The 3 of his followers managed to hit you with arrows. You take 18 points of piercing damage from arrows.
Ouch.
One of them, however, manages to do 9 points of damage to himself. And goes down.
Jesus, your men really need to work on their aim. I'm feeling slightly insulted here.
Really want to be testing fate right now?
Is anybody what?
I'm just saying, you really want to be testing fate right now?
I'm trying to keep their attention on me because you guys are lower on health.
Okay, so the one fighting the turncoat manages to get 1 slash in with his long sword. He's going to do it 2-handed. So 5 against the turncoat. But he also manages to, maybe because of his nerves aren't working like they should anymore, he does run onto the turncoat's blade in the process and takes 8 points of damage himself. We are getting way too many nat ones. Okay, so that was the followers. Then the leader, who is in melee with Obdal. You should have kept your distance, worm slave. Does the 20... Yeah, only the 20... Oh, actually, your SC's 14, isn't it? So, yeah, all 3 of those get through. Noodle, you're being attacked by the boss this time. Alright. You know, refusing to respond doesn't make you immune.
Pardon?
You're being attacked
Oh, again?
by the leader this time.
Okay.
And he did 61 points of damage to you.
Ow, that hurt.
Most of that's necrotic.
Oof.
Actor still breathing?
Barely.
Okay. Should I let you live, little fiend, so you can tell your worm master that he should prepare for our arrival? Hmm. Frank,
Yeah.
your turn.
Yeah, Frank's gonna actually fly into melee, and he's going all whoop ass on this fucker.
He's going what?
All whoop ass on this motherfucker.
Okay, so you're gonna go punch, 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 punch.
Yep.
Go for it.
And he responds, get the fuck off him! Right, so if I split that up, that's... come on now.
Do you need help?
I'm alright. Let's see here. If I remember right, you said that my strength save is better on my long sword, so...
Oh, the damage is better from your longsword. So you're gonna do...
Yeah.
Okay.
2 sword slashes with a flurry of blows.
Either way, it's still 4 iterations of d20 plus 8 to do the hits, right?
Right, we're on d8s, got ya.
Assuming you're using a key point to do the flurry. Yeah.
Yep, I am. Yep, plus 8 and... Shaboom!
Okay, so against the big boss, yes? The leader?
Yep.
Yeah, so 2 of those get through. You also, unfortunately, managed to clip your own wing with one of those longsword hits. So, are you using the longsword one-handed or two-handed?
Two-handed.
Okay, so you are going to take 1d10 plus 3. 12.
Well,
The leader is going to take 1d10 plus 2d6 plus 9.
right. So, d10...
Plus 2d6 plus 9. Well, actually, duh. You should, yeah. With your strength, it would actually be... Okay, I can do that math, it's fine. It would be 24, not 21. But, yeah, my mistake.
No worries.
But you took 13, not 12.
Yeah. It's like... Yeah, it's like... going... It's like, get the fuck off him!
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, yeah. He's looking a bit... He's taken enough damage that he should be bleeding, but he's not. So, did you?
Did you? How bad are people looking? Like on the front, people on front line. How bad are you looking?
I'm at 12.
Barely standing. I'm on 2 hit points.
Do you want out?
Brom, Frank, and Ubdal are all looking pretty rough.
Because I have Dimension Door and I can bring you
You can take
Back.
one person with you 500 feet.
Oh, it's one person. It's not vortex warp. Why? Oh well.
Grab
I'm
Dow.
I'm thinking about the wrong.
Pretty sure it's.
I'm
one.
I'm thinking about vortex warp. Never mind.
It's alright, I've got an idea.
Okay, sure.
One willing creature. Yeah.
Any creature. Oh, with you takes. Never mind. I will just Eldritch Blast at the
And
Mr.
At the leader.
Yeah, I'll Eldritch Blast the leader.
Okay, roll to hit.
Or would it be better to take out some of the smaller ones?
Smarter to get the leader's attention, to get his attention
Yeah, don't
off
worry
us.
about the smaller ones. I got that.
Yeah. Sure.
Divide his attention.
Plus 4. No, plus 9. Oh, nice.
Ooh, all of those go through.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm trying to play my character smart. He does not have any battle tactic in him. He is not wise. But there we go. Not IRR. 3.
Start with the big one.
Yes. Well,
17.
17.
17?
17?
Okay. He does not enjoy that. You don't have the knockback thing, do you?
I do not. I chose to be more supportive.
Okay.
Went with the gift to protect us dead.
Okay. So, Abdal, what is your cunning plan?
Well, here's what I was thinking. I essentially have the Pegasus go in front of me and bring me up, taking a possible attack for me, and me try and stab him as I'm going up.
You could also do it the other way around, where basically you do your attack and have the Pegasus swoop by and grab you.
Would he get attack of opportunity?
He would get an opportunity attack, unless the Pegasus chose to disengage. And since the Pegasus has a rather ridiculous movement speed that is unhindered by the difficult terrain, and the Death Knight couldn't move as fast on the best of days, you'll actually will be able to get out of the combat rather than him just chasing you, even if you disengage.
Okay. I can do that, and I can also bonus action can't... wait, if I do bonus action healing word on myself, I can't do the extra thingy. But if I get away...
What extra... No, what I'm saying is, you do your attack...
Yeah.
And have the Pegasus... Yeah, you can do your attack and your bonus action. Whatever that bonus action it'd be. And then the Pegasus can grab you... basically fly under you. Carrying you off and use disengage as its action. Does that make sense?
Oh, yep. I don't have advantage to hit him this time, though, do I?
No, you don't.
Okay, I better pray that the dice gods are on my side.
It would be a +5. I was wrong before. Sorry. No. Yes.
+5.
Well, no, hold on. No, it'd be... It would... Yes, it would be a +5. Yeah, +6. Sorry. Either way, 12 doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I still do the healing word. Oh wait, no. If I'm using, I would have used the flame spell, so I wouldn't be able to use healing word as well.
Okay. So, if you want to nerf yourself like that, that's okay. But then the Pegasus whisks you up and flies you away, and all he can do is curse you as you leave.
As I'm dashing away,
Not dashing, but yeah.
bravely running the opposite direction,
Making a
planning.
tactical retreat.
Yeah, as I'm making a tactical retreat, I'm going to go. Can't catch this tail.
Okay. The turncoat is going to attack his former ally. Getting 2 hits in.
Wait, turncoat have to attack the commander. That was the order given.
This is true, but he's okay. In that case, he will get. There will be an opportunity attack against him, which misses. His attacks against the commander don't get through his AC. And then Tommy.
Alright, are those other guys still clumped together?
The other 4, yes.
Alright, I'm just gonna cast Ice Storm on them.
Okay. Dex saves?
Yep.
In fact, actually, fuck it. Let's have. Oh, that one's down, so yes, it would be 5. D20 plus 2.
Oh.
1 pass.
The leader would have got an 18 if he's caught in it.
2 pass. So 26 to the fails and 13 to those who passed. I love this spell.
I'm sure it loves you too. 13. Yeah. That'd be 49. Yeah. And so he's down. And 26 to everyone else, so yeah. Your turncoat's down. In fact,
Pity.
all of them. Yeah, all of them are down. Except for the leader.
Alright, well, I'll leave that to you guys. That's my turn.
Brum. D20 plus 7. Further. Oh, he doesn't succeed in hiding. He gets a crit anyway.
Ho, ho, ho.
6. 14 points of damage. Okay. And then the followers don't get to do anything because they are unconscious. The leader.
Shit.
Don't worry. This is going to be funny. Damn it. Player's handbook.
But we'll make that a toggleable option.
It's stupid D&D beyond bullshit. Compel duel. Tommy, could you make a wisdom save? Tommy Tom Tom?
No, counterspell.
Okay. Cowardly wretch! Face me!
Hey, I'm not the one losing.
Who did we lose? We're missing... Oh yeah, duh, we're missing Brom.
Yeah.
Frank, your turn.
Right. Disengage, fly away, bonus action, second wind.
Okay. How many hit points do you regain?
I'm on it.
And what is Ditcher doing? Well,
Ditcher will send a few Eldritch Blasts away.
Frank, you only got 8.
I know. I can at least get those back on a. At least I get that back on a short rest, so I can just rest up and just get back another use.
Yeah, I'll send a few Eldritch Blasts out the way and then
Go for it.
do something afterwards.
Do it.
This really is a circus show. With
What
flying.
do you expect?
2 of those hit. He has this parry ability, which would give him an additional 6 to his AC against melee attacks, but everyone keeps hitting him at a distance.
Shocker. Oh well.
Oh well, indeed.
Well, think about it. That means he's actually poorly prepared for a dragon, because
Yeah.
dragons make stick.
18 damage.
18 points of damage. Fools! Do you not realize that your dragon master is working against you? You are the victims here. Do not fall for his trickery. Okay.
No shit.
Abdel, it's your turn.
Yee. How beaten up is he looking?
He's looking pretty badly beaten. probably why he's resorted to trying to convince you to that
Okay.
this is that fighting him is a mistake.
I
Not trying
want
to
to
be persuade.
I want to run up and whack him again, but I'm also on 2 hit points.
I'm just saying, toss shit at him. Don't you have distance spells?
Hold on, let's have a look. You have you could fly by with Spirit Guardians on.
Yeah, I'll do that. Fly by on the Pegasus with Spirit Guardians.
Uh-huh. So he needs to make a wisdom save.
Yep. I'm upcasting this at 4th level because why not?
Okay. He fails, so go ahead and do your 7 dice of damage.
I'm only upcasting it at 4th level.
Oh, 4th. Sorry. So, 4 dice of damage. 19. And... Oh, not quite.
Ubdal runs past and I'm like, you're not going to offer that courtesy to a devilkin, now are you, whack?
Tommy! Can you finish him?
Alright, what do I even have that can...
Just for the fun of it, as Ubdal flies by with the with the Spirit Guardians, it does enough damage to the unconscious followers for them to die.
Ooh, hell yeah.
In the distance, a purple flame flickers. Now, what is Tommy doing?
Alright, I guess 2nd level magic missiles.
Okay.
It's only solo attack I have.
So 44, 12 points of damage.
Yep.
And he only had 11 hit points left, so perfect.
4 darts right in the chest.
And he goes down. Drops to his knees and falls over. Fools.
Do I see the flickering purple flame?
You would have, because you got ridiculous, but
I am
go
sorry.
You're gonna do what?
I was gonna say I was gonna approach him and attempt to siphon off his soul.
Ooh. Interesting. Okay.
What I was gonna do was basically, fly in that direction so I could, snuff out the flame.
Okay. As you fly back to their camp, you'll see that the 6 followers have already been reborn from the purple flames, seeming very confused and wondering where their leader is. But yeah,
Flying in with the sunstone exposed.
okay. So okay. So you hurt them, send them running. You turn the as you swoop over, you're going to turn the blackened ground into clean yellow sand, and the purple flame is going to become a normal fire.
Yep. Yeah. With the flame done, not it's like you ain't getting a second round, motherfucker.
Okay. And I'm assuming you fly off back to the rest of the party before they have a chance to rally and shoot at you, right?
Yep. Next. See ya. I'm flying backward with doing the double flip.
In the meantime, Tommy has absorbed the essence of the first knight to have earned the title Wormsbane, making him a hero and a martyr in the process. So, but
You're just going to see he's standing there holding what is essentially the essence of the knight in his hand. Kind of looks like he's like lost in it for a minute.
Are we sure that's safe?
Do you want to actually make a charisma save, Tommy?
Yep. What is my... I know my charisma's not that good yet. Good enough, I guess.
20, yes. So you can feel his rage and his hatred and his, frankly, racism pushing against your mind, but you hold it at bay.
And I'm running back.
Where are you running back? Where did you go?
He ran past the other guy on the Pegasus, and I'm assuming he has to turn around at some point and come back.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you would have, when he went down, you would have returned to the party.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, everyone's back together.
Mm-hmm. Are we? I'm sorry. What's your Tommy? It was Tommy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure that's safe?
Not entirely.
Understandable. Have a great day.
There's an empty suit, well, mostly empty suit of full plate armor on the ground if anybody's interested. As well as a pretty cool looking sword.
You know what? I'll claim that.
I say mostly empty because it does appear to have human bones in it.
Yeah, Frank comes back. It's like you shouldn't be able to come back this time.
Did they come back through the flames? Do we have to kill him again?
I managed to snuff it out before he could emerge.
Sorry, come back through the flames.
Oh yeah, the undead guys can come back through the purple flame unless you purify it. Casts a 3rd level cure wounds on myself.
Oh, I've made a lot of enemies.
That's just how undead are.
Yeah. Used to be a benefit before being alive again.
Now we can die for real. Yes.
Yeah. So, who's claiming? So, what's there to grab?
Can you go? I mean, as much as I would love to have a decent set of armor, tends to weigh down my wings.
Unfortunately, my training means that I need to be can't be weighed down heavy material.
Yeah, you're kind of like me.
Well, there is a sword. And a journal, by the looks of it.
What, Frank is gonna pick up the sword. See if
I'll take the journal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got a long sword that looks cool. And has the has his heraldry worked into the basically the cross piece of the hilt looks like a slain dragon.
Yep.
As if the blade is pushing through it. You know what I mean?
How did these guys kill a dragon?
Are you flicking through the journal?
Tommy has the journal.
Yes, I'm asking Tommy if he's flicking through the journal to see if he can answer that question.
Yeah, I'm looking through the journal.
Okay. It seems that this fellow has actually is from a much less civilized culture of to the west of Misra. Mostly they're just a collection of disparate tribes, but apparently this group of knights has come together to try and protect the people. At least that's the way that it's described in the book, and yet the actions that he just any of his interactions with the people seem to be sort of cruel and bullying almost. But when he does, it does seem that after the skies darkened and undead began to migrate from the east into their lands, that this group that this knight in particular decided that the dragons were to blame, accurately in this case, and has been leading a one-man campaign killing any dragon he comes across. He had been alive before he entered the
Hollow State.
Before he entered the blasted region which was once called Misra. Somewhere on his travels, and it's very unclear when, he lost his mortality and didn't even realize it. He had made note of certain things like losing his appetite and not needing to sleep and stuff like that. But
is there any mention of what dragons he killed? I'm guessing he would have killed the younger ones.
Yeah, he's slain mostly, and as evidenced by his heraldry, he looks like he slew a medium-sized green dragon. Surely if he'd killed a larger dragon, he would have made it bigger. Unless, of course, he was being artistically, making himself look as big as the dragon for the sake of the effect. But, yeah.
So he was kind of amateurish.
The journal did describe him killing much bigger flying reptiles and had gained a small retinue of followers that were keeping record of his antics. Not that he needed them to, because he was doing it himself. But yeah.
Even killing a wormling would have gotten at least a small following, I imagine.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anything special with the sword, or is it just basically a fancy-looking longsword?
It seems that any power that this sword had came from its bearer, not from the sword itself.
Hmm.
Does he have any scales on him?
Of the wormling, I assume he would have taken a trophy.
Okay. If you want to look through his equipment.
Yep. I'm going to rob this body blind. I want any gold, anything like that. Trophies.
Okay.
What kind of role would that be in?
Investigation.
Oh, I have a +10 to that.
Okay. So, he was very well armored. Underneath the plate, there was a layer of chainmail and padded armor underneath that. He had 15 gold coins, and he did indeed have a small collection of scales. When I say small, I mean about the size of a modern day guitar pick. Various shades of green, a couple of rusty reds, one that looks almost brown, one that's a darker, almost black. But yeah, it looks like he's slain at least 6 or 7 small to medium-sized dragons.
Can I guess? Out of character, I'm guessing these are greens, reds, and blues.
Possibly even a black.
So they might be Tiamat's children, and Ubdal might be especially offended. Because I think Tiamat was the dragon of his area, wasn't it?
Yeah, yes. Well, kinda. Because, yeah.
It'd be at least related to his dragon.
Yeah. Bear in mind that, as we've discussed in the history, dragons haven't really formed factions at this point.
Yeah, they're probably not proper blacks and proper greens.
Yeah.
But yeah, still just look annoyed. This guy's killing baby and teenage dragons. What kind of weakling does that?
Well, his soul's been absorbed now, so he's not going to do it anymore.
Yeah, apparently it was strictly an amateur.
Though,
Okay.
out of anything, what happened to him made him pack a punch.
Yes.
Yes, he was. That fireball trick. What was that?
No clue. But
I mean, we've seen that trick before.
Yeah, but it basically tore through me like like a hot knife through parchment.
I mean, you may have seen that trick before, but those things aren't very common.
Yeah.
No, it seemed like some sort of, I don't know. Doesn't that not seem like a modified? What did you call it? Fireball?
A necrotically infused fireball.
I would explain the strange feeling around the lungs.
I I wonder if
That is
enough
true.
studying can I replicate it?
Oh my. I mean,
This is
technically,
actually quite
if you,
fascinating.
yeah, I mean, if you can summon and shape the power to whatever form you want, then why the fuck not, right?
Hmm.
Anyway,
Wait,
you
I
mentioned.
wonder
Oh, sorry, you go. I was interrupting you. My bad.
if he could do this with necrotic energy. What's stopping us from doing it with radiant energy?
That ain't a bad idea. Though I haven't the foggiest way you'd start with that.
Oh dear God.
You'd have to absorb
Well, obviously, we
the
start with the source.
sunstones.
Hmm.
Sunstone grenade time.
This may take some time, but this could be a valuable technique if I could master it.
Right. Shall we keep moving?
That is
Yeah.
probably smart.
Yeah, moving right now would be a good idea.
I
Yeah.
kind of need to rest, says Brom.
Yeah,
Unless
me
one of
too.
you can heal me up.
Yeah, about that. Do you guys really want to just rest here?
No, not really. Do you have like a magic house you can summon or something?
I have an idea.
I don't know about a house, but just give me a minute. Well, 10 minutes to be precise.
Oh, what were you thinking?
He's going to start drawing a line on the ground.
Magic.
It's like everybody. Teleportation circle.
Oh, where are we teleporting to?
Back to my lab. It's secure and it should be free of any undead that might want to nibble at you guys.
We've been walking all day. I can set up another tiny hut.
I mean, if you guys want to stay in this area, then that's fine.
Yeah, because unfortunately, until we figure out a way how to get a new person able to fly, we're going to have to work with crowds.
I think he's saying that if you're going to keep walking on foot, you'll be facing more.
Yeah.
You'll having more
Yeah.
encounters like this instead
Yes.
of flying above it and avoiding it.
Do you do surgeries, Mr. Tommy?
Surgeries. Why would I need to do that?
I'm
I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I wouldn't know why I would need to.
Well, there seems to be an issue with me not being able to fly, which I personally don't agree with.
It's
Um,
sometimes safer traveling in the air, especially with a group.
Oh, true. I was on my own, so I could just hide.
Tommy?
Have you- What the hell would you need to do that requires surgery? I feel like it's basically literally born into us.
Okay,
Via the use of wings.
Tommy,
Yes.
make an insight check. I want to see if a particular flash of inspiration strikes you.
You said insight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. $13. I can make that 17.
Yes. Perfect. So, it suddenly occurs to you that while surgery is a little ridiculous and unnecessary, part of the reason why it's unnecessary is because whilst Lycocyte is mostly gone, you have absorbed more than enough power to be able to simulate the effects of Lycocyte, namely being able to alter somebody's physiology magically. You could, if Ditcher was willing, give him the power of flight, either magically, either by just giving him magical flight or by actually magically altering his physiology so he has wings. Just because the power is those that you have.
Ditcher, do you really want to fly?
Well, flying is pretty cool. To be fair, but that is a lot of effort, really.
And if you're still thinking surgically, then it would also be extremely.
I mean, flying is just as much effort as walking, honestly.
Yeah, I can second that.
You say that, but it's an entirety. Is it not just? Is it not a whole bunch of new muscles you need to train?
I can show you how.
I can also offer a few pointers for even fighting during flying.
I suppose if you guys will be willing to help, and you would be willing to alter.
All right. Okay then. So you're willing for this.
Yes.
Let's see if I can do this.
Why does he have to specifically be willing, Tommy?
Because consent is important, believe it or not.
Yes, consent is important.
Yeah, it's not nice to just go doing things without people's permission. It's actually rather rude.
Counter check, Tommy.
Hey. Thanks. Firmly confused.
Some people say consent is magical.
No, you're thinking of friendship. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, friendship is magical.
Okay, so it only takes a few steps in logic for you to realize that, yeah, you can do this. You know exactly how to do this. You understand his physiology well enough to be able to alter it in the way in such a way to give him wings. He is being that he's part Earth Genasi means that he's got a very moldable body. Yes. So, how do you want to do this? What form do you want to give him that would allow him to fly?
I was thinking something similar to like how gargoyle wings are shaped.
Nice.
Honestly, Rio, that's such a vibe.
Okay. So you get a sort of, yeah. You get a couple of crests sprouting from your shoulder blades with stone-coloured skin spanned between the spars. They don't look like bat wings. They don't look like bird wings. They look like gargoyle wings, like glider wings, basically. More like flying lizard wings.
This
You know?
should do. Yeah, like, kind of like web built for gliding kind of style.
Yes.
That didn't feel as I expected that to feel worse.
I imagine it was still a bit fucking uncomfortable. And probably bust through your leather armor.
Yeah.
It already
Don't
had
worry,
holes in it anyway.
I can fix that.
I have a question.
Go on.
Would it be possible to have both the spells Find Steed and Find Greater Steed and cast both of them one after the other and technically have two steeds?
Aren't they both concentration?
I don't know, they're not. Find Steed is not concentration.
Let's see. Let me double check that. In the meantime. Oh yeah, instantaneous.
Yep, it just
You
has a
can't-
duration.
But it does say at the bottom you can't have more than one steed bonded by this spell at a time. Okay, well that's an interesting clarification. Find greater steed. I think Find Greater Steed is in a different book. Yes, it is.
This is why I'm asking you, because I'm not too sure, because I've got an idea, but I want to know if it would even be allowed.
There we
There
go.
it is. You can't have more than one mount bonded by this spell or Find Steed at the same time.
Oh, bullshit.
Dang it.
Dang it.
Yeah, that does sound like
but-
the smart way of solving that bug.
But if you wanted to summon multiple steeds, why don't you just conjure animals?
Because I want them to stay around for longer than an hour.
Ah. Nope. You can either have quantity or temerity, but not both. Anyway,
That's womp womp.
so yeah, you're you find, whilst not being able to fly, but not being able to flap these wings, Ditcher, you can nevertheless hover and glide.
Okay.
Using the using your twin sails to basically guide you in flight as you're gliding through the air.
Ooh. Does that mean I could use some of my stored magic to give Brom or Tommy wings?
How much magic do you have stored? Like, what did you absorb?
I absorbed a bit of the demon baby as well as just the same stuff that the
In that same stone that got absorbed into the same stone that became Hewler. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I was not sure if
That's
I
gone.
could, 'cause I
That-
kind of created Hewler.
Yeah, that made Hewler. That's gone.
So I don't have my Lycocyte gem anymore.
You don't have your Lycocyte anymore.
Do I still have the choker?
Yes.
Yay.
It probably broke free, but still left behind the fabric.
Yeah, you're
Do I have
the setting is empty, but you still have the choker itself.
Do I have a gnarly scar on my neck now?
No, because it didn't go boom. It just got
Snaps from the back.
what?
snapped from the back?
No, it just came
crystal-
out.
It kind of just popped off.
The gemstone turned into pure magical energy and possessed the body of Bandit.
Did we accidentally create an undead child? Question mark.
No,
You.
you made Wendigo.
I made Wendigo. I am the parent of a Wendigo.
You made. Just to
Yeah.
clarify.
Yeah, none of this wheat stuff.
Yeah, you made with the prompt from Bandit. But Bandit is gone now, so you can't blame him.
Oh, it's not Bandit's fault.
his
Wendigo.
last mischief.
His last crime.
Though, though, with you now being able to at least, glide now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
With Dimension Door, I can just go at like 500 feet in the end and glide forever,
yeah,
essentially.
Yeah. It's not true flight, but it's
It's something.
magically
Push
directed
comes to
flight.
shove, I could always, you could always take my hand and basically, I take you up. I got more than enough flight speed.
You'll carry him up into the air and drop him and let him glide back down.
Well, essentially, just treat me like a no engine, a no propelled.
Yeah.
Okay, may I suggest we take a short or long rest here, then when we've done that, take flight in the air.
I assume we're on a long rest.
Or take turns
Yeah.
having a rest on the Pegasus.
Long rest. You can set up another tiny hut, can't you?
Yes, I can.
Long rest, get all your hit points and spell slots back. And do you think you've earned a level up yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. For the amount of shit we got the kicked out of us.
Yeah, go ahead and level up. We'll put a pin in it there. I hope you guys... I don't think anybody was listening live, but hopefully people will find this video and enjoy it anyway. If you have enjoyed listening, please like and subscribe so you can get more stuff like this, as well as, of course, join the free Games of Geekery Discord server so you can be a part of our community. We're a lot of fun. And if you're feeling really awesome and really like what we're doing, you can become a supporter on Patreon, get access to the private server, a bunch of extra content, and notifications. And you can even join a game, either online or if you happen to live in Carmarthenshire, possibly even in person. But yeah,
I can say, firmly worth the money.
yeah,
Definitely.
especially now because as I mentioned at the beginning, I've adjusted the pricing, so everything's much cheaper now. So yeah, in the meantime, no matter what role you play,
Have a good game, potato.